I hope you're all good. What's up? All right, I hope everything is fine at your side. I hope you're all good. I hope you're enjoying your day today. Today's Monday, the first day of the week. So, welcome everyone to this live video. Read Wanley. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Hi, Read Wanley. How are you doing today? Hope everything's fine at your side. That's right. How are you doing today? Oosh. Welcome to this live video. I guess you all are doing good. Today, some people went to work, some people went to school. So, which one did you go to? So, we've been talking about overcoming your fears for the past 3-4 days. And the main reason why it's that long, it's because I've been on set for days. But today, guess what? I'm at home. I'm not on set. I'm at home in my house. So now I don't have any distractions. I don't have to go on breaks. I don't have to go shoot. I'm going to be here with you. So, Sharon Gold says, "Biko rest, my baby girl. This week has been a hectic week for you shooting from one city." Thank you. Thank you so much. So, I'm going to help what I want to share about fear and then move to another topic which I have put together already. I thought by now I'd finish with fear. But because of said, Lauren says, "This is my first time of joining your YouTube live. How are you doing?" I'm good. Welcome to this live video for the first time. It's really nice to have you. Actually, I want to talk about something which, if you join my live video for the past 3 days, you would know that I was talking about overcoming fear and facing your challenge. Yes, and as always, I always put stuff down, tips down, put something together here. And I guess, let me see, I don't know where we stopped the last time. I'm not sure where we stopped. I think we stopped at the hidden cost of fear. I was going to talk about how to overcome fear before. I think I ended the live video that day. I don't know what happened. I think it got dark, so I had to end. Or I was done for the day. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Abogie says, "How was your day?" Eliana is sleeping already. Oh, my day went fine. Eliana, greeted from me. Welcome to this live video. You have been consistent in my live video for the past 3 days, so you know what I've been talking about. I've been trying to complete fear, and I've been on set and I haven't been able to. So just for the people that haven't been here, if you want to know and understand what I've been talking about or where I started, you can go watch my previous live streams and you're going to see. All right, so the next tip on the line here is how to overcome fear. First of all, before we start, please share this live video to as many people as possible so that they can learn as well. And also like the live video as much as you can. It's easy to like and it doesn't have a limit, so as much as you can, please like the live video. Sleepy says, this is my first time joining your live video. Well, I'm sorry. I'm talking about how to overcome your fear today. But the other days I talked about the meaning of fear. I talked about so many things. The meaning of fear, the hidden cost of fear. It is normal to feel fear and all of that. So today we're going to continue from where we stopped and talk about how to overcome fear. How to overcome fear. Please like and share. Thank you all as we begin now. So fear never disappears completely. And let me tell you one fun fact. Even confident people still feel fear. I'm telling you. Courageous people, brave people, strong people, people who come out as confident and unstoppable, they still feel fear. But the difference is that they learn how to manage the fear instead of letting it control them. Overcoming fear is more about changing your relationship with it rather than trying to eliminate it. You have to know how to manage the fear. Know how to control it instead of letting it control you. Not stop it completely. There's nothing like stop being scared of something. Once in a while, you're still gonna feel scared of certain things. But learning that you have to control it. One day he says, we shall fear no evil. Yes, we shall fear no evil. We shall fear no evil. So I'm going to give you several ways to, start doing that, start controlling fear, and just tips on how you can kill fear. You cannot kill it. Step 1, you need to understand your fear. Embrace your fear. Many fears feel bigger than they really are because they stay undefined in our minds. We don't even know what we're scared of. We're just scared. When you don't clearly identify what you're afraid of, your imagination fills in the gaps and often makes the situation seem worse. Example, when you're in the dark and you start seeing things. You see maybe that cloth that you hung on the wall. It turns to a monster. It turns to a creature that you don't understand. That's your mind just filling it up because you're already scared of the dark and you're scared that something may just come and bite you. So you're seeing things. So you need to understand your fear. Take time to ask yourself questions. Questions like, what exactly am I afraid of? What exactly am I afraid might happen or will happen? And what is the worst realistic outcome? And if that outcome happened, will I be able to recover from it? Or how can I recover from it? That's like when you start feeling that kind of fear that is undefined. You just have to ask yourself those kind of questions. Often when people slow down and think about these questions, they realize the fear is not as catastrophic as they think or imagined. It's just a minor thing that your mind has carried because you don't know exactly what it is. Fear of the unknown. Your mind has carried it and made it really big and all of that. Another helpful thing is to write your fears down. Yeah. Writing down helps you conquer a lot of things. Fear is one of them. When you write them down, they become clearer and easier to analyze instead of just floating around in your mind. You write them down, not just like the surface. Write down exactly how you feel on paper, not typing, like on paper. Sometimes simply putting your thoughts on paper reduces their power for a lot of things. Fear is one of them. When you're facing emotional setbacks, I guess, when you write, it helps. So when you also write what you're scared of on paper, it also helps to be. Oh, do we understand the first part? that is one of the tips for, what's it called? Reducing fear, controlling fear. One says, like, I am afraid of frogs and darkness. So now that you are afraid of frogs and darkness, have you asked yourself, what is the worst thing the frog could do to me? Some frogs are poisonous, right? Poisonous. Some frogs are. I don't know much about frogs. And honestly, I rarely see frogs. When I see them, they're always very small. And Diana says, please, do you know something about assertiveness? I think I should talk about that next time. Assertiveness. So everyone, I'd like you to do me a favor. Today, I already put down a few things that I'm going to talk about, and I already know what I want to talk about. But if you can drop comments on what you want to know, like me talking about fear today was from a comment I saw of somebody asking me, how can I overcome fear? What is fear? And all of that. You understand? So you can just ask me, like someone just asked about assertiveness, and I'm surely going to work on that. Let me write it down so I don't forget. Live. Great. Okay, so someone says, Florida Woman says, I actually fear writing down some things on paper. I did that one time and my classmates found it and read it. It was so embarrassing. I understand that. But when you write down some kind of things, especially the one you don't want anybody to see if it's not important to you, you can trash them. You know, writing, the essence of writing is to literally pour out your heart, pour out everything that's heavy for you, exactly the way you feel it, without filter. So you have to just pour it out on the paper. It's not like you're going to read it or use it for any other thing any other time. It's not that important. It's just for you to dump on the paper everything in your heart. Literally that. So when you write stuff like that, when you're sure that you've freed up your heart or your mind, you can just trash the paper, tear it into tiny bits. Let me give you one very good tip. Tear it into tiny bits and soak it in water. It's going to dissolve and you're not going to see the paper again. And throw away the water, you see. So soak it in big water. I'm just giving you a tip. All right, so someone said I'm afraid of the green lizard. That's a normal thing, to be afraid of lizards and war geckos and stuff. Step 2, face your fears gradually. Trying to eliminate or quench or stop a big fear all at once can feel overwhelming. And it can even unlock another fear if you're not careful. So instead of trying to make a huge leap, it's usually better to just take small steps forward. Take small steps towards the thing that scares you. Think of it like building a muscle. Okay, you don't go to the gym on the first day and lift the weights, or you go on the, what's it called? You just go on the instruments, the equipment, and then lift the heaviest thing ever, put it in the hardest ever. No, it's not. Exercise is not going to work that way. You start small and gradually increase the challenge. If you do level 1 today, you find out that in the next 1 week, you're already used to level 1. that it feels like you're doing nothing. Then you can now upgrade to level 2. Level 2 now becomes the hard one. And then keep on doing it until you find out, oh, level 2 is nothing. Before you know it, you're going to reach level 10 without you knowing it's been nothing. You understand? Gradually increase the challenge. The same approach works with fear. For example, if someone feels nervous about speaking in front of people, they might begin by sharing their ideas with a close friend, that your bestie, or that your friend that you can talk with. Now from there, you can now increase. When you feel very comfortable speaking with your friend, then you increase to speaking in a small group of people, in a group of like 5 people. And then practice what you want to say. And then slowly, you slowly increase your level of exposure. That's for people that are usually scared of speaking in front of others. Each time they face the situation and realize, oh, they're okay, the brain learns that situation is not dangerous. Over time, the fear becomes much smaller. Moses says we have to focus on our studies. Of course, you have to focus on your studies. You have to focus on your studies. So gradually, that's how everything works, actually. When you gradually work on it, one step at a time. One little step at a time. Abraham, are you an art student? Yes. I'm an art student. Literature, government, and all. So, someone said nice advice because I need it because I don't want to live in fear. Yes. Sunshi says, I have a lot of fears but can't share. That is okay. Write it down on paper. If you can't share it to anybody, if you don't have like that one person who won't judge you if you say it, because fear of judgment is another fear. You write it down on paper. You just write it down. I don't know about you, but another thing that helps me is just ranting to myself. When you have a problem, just talk to yourself. It works every time. Just keep on talking to yourself. Tell yourself what you would imagine yourself saying to other people. Like, just say it. Literally, just say it. Monday says, sometimes I feel bored while reading. Maybe you're using the wrong methods. Different people have different ways of assimilation or assimilating things. Okay? Maybe you can try out a different way entirely. You understand? Sometimes you read and then you sleep off on your book because maybe you're just trying to, you're not even paying attention. You just want to say that, oh, I read today. Yeah, I read today. When your teacher asks you, say, I read. I read. I read. One second, everyone. Okay. Someone says, what was the other tip? What was the other point? The other point of what? How to face your fears? The first one is understanding your fears. You can either put it down on paper, just try to understand it. Ask yourself questions like, what is the worst that could happen? Even if it happens, how bad can it be? What can I possibly do to overcome. And then the second point was face your fears gradually. Now, understand that you cannot eliminate fear completely. You can only learn how to control it. So face it gradually until you can control it to the point that it almost feels like it's disappeared completely. So I still have more points here. Number 3 would be change the way you think. Change the way you think about whatever it is you're scared of. Let me tell you, fear is strongly connected to the thoughts that run through your mind. Sometimes the biggest obstacle, sometimes the biggest obstacle is not the situation itself, but the story you tell yourself about the situation, the stories you've heard about the situation. A lot of people you've heard stuff about a particular place that you're scared of the place, or because you already assume a particular thing is the way it is, you don't even want to try it. You just have to change the way you think. If your mind constantly says things like, I'm not ready, or I'm going to fail, or I'm not good enough, those thoughts create anxiety and hesitation, which means fear. But if you begin to change those thoughts to something more constructive, your mindset starts to shift. You start saying, I'm not good at you stop saying, I'm not good at this. You start saying, oh, I'm still learning how to do this. Instead of thinking, what if this goes wrong? You could say, what could I learn from this experience? Small changes in thinking can dramatically affect how you approach challenges. Oh, what Anio? Okay, got it back. So someone says, okay, what are you talking about? All right, I'm talking about how to overcome your fear. How to overcome your fear. And the next tip you can use to control your fear is take actions even when you feel afraid. That is one of the most powerful ways to weaken fear. Just doing it. It's you pushing yourself back. It's your brain pushing yourself back, telling you, oh my God, I can't do this. or it's too scary. Telling yourself negative things. But when you just silence it and just do it, when you avoid that thing that scares you, the brain learns that avoidance is the solution. But when you take actions, but when you take action despite the fear, your brain learns that situation is manageable. Action creates evidence. You understand? Each small steps forward shows you that you're capable of handling more than you thought. Like, for example, if you're afraid of starting a new project, the first step might simply be writing down your idea. The next step might be researching how others have been doing something similar. Then you might begin to plan your own version. Each step builds momentum, and momentum slowly replaces fear with confidence. Am I clear? So just do it. Just do it. Just take actions. Just go and do it. I like giving examples with little things and let you relate them to big stuff. Most of us, when we were younger, most of you, us, everyone, was scared of washing plates, I guess. Yes. It's common. Plates, phobia of washing plates. So, but have you noticed that recently, even maybe as a grown person, you may be scared. You may be not scared. What word should I use for this? I don't know. But whatever it is you're feeling, just go into it. And 2 minutes later, you're going to find out that, oh, this isn't even as hard as I thought. Your head was just blowing it out of proportion. So take action even when you feel afraid. The fifth one is accept that mistakes are part of life. Yes. Many people are scared of mistakes because they believe mistakes means failure. But in reality, mistakes are often the way people gain experience and knowledge. More knowledge. The most successful and the most intelligent people are people who have made mistakes a lot of times. Because number one, experience is the best teacher. And number two, they have seen all of them. All there is to see. I'm telling you. So they're intelligent not because they're perfect, but because they've gone through each place and they've made a mistake and they've learned their lessons. So they know. It seems like they know everything. They just know that, okay, this would happen and that would happen. Yeah. Mistakes are often the way people gain experience and knowledge. Think about learning any skill. When people learn something new, they rarely get it perfect the first time. But they improve by trying. They improve by adjusting and trying again. If you start seeing mistakes as a part of learning process, fear begins to lose some of its power. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, what can I learn from trying? What can I learn from trying? It's okay to fail sometimes. It's okay to make mistakes. Accept that mistakes are part of life. Many people are scared of making mistakes. That's like a major type of fear that a lot of people face. Making mistakes, failing, and all of that. But I'll say this again, mistakes are the way people gain more experience and more knowledge. Okay? Number 6 would be focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control. Sometimes fear grows because people focus on things outside their control. For example, what other people think, unexpected outcomes, and things that might happen in the future. Things that you cannot control. Instead of focusing on those things, it helps. Instead of focusing on what am I saying? Things that might happen in the future. Instead of focusing on those things, it helps to focus on what you can control. You can't control what other people think or what other people do, but you can control your efforts. You can control your preparation, your attitude, your willingness to try. When you focus on what is within your control, situations often feel more manageable. Okay? Forget about what other people think. Just do what is right. To put in efforts. And you see, the one of the most common fears is fear of what people think. You know, some people are always scared of what people may think or say about them if they take actions. How do you feel? And you can also control. So try to control now. The next one, which is number 6, is the comfort zone trap. Very important. The comfort zone trap. Sorry. So, why am I joking? Okay. So the comfort zone trap. Many people spend most of their lives inside what is known as the comfort zone. Now let me tell you what the comfort zone is. It is the space where everything feels familiar and predictable. Inside this zone, you know what to expect. You feel relatively safe. It's like inside your house. You can close your eyes and walk around the whole of your house. You know the nooks and crannies of everywhere. There's nothing wrong with comfort. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone needs moments of stability and rest, so you need to eventually get to your comfort zone. However, when someone stays inside their comfort zone all the time, they may stop growing. Many opportunities in life exist just outside that comfort zone. Yes, learning a new skill outside your comfort zone, meeting new people outside your house, pursuing a dream outside your comfort zone, starting something new. Starting something new often requires stepping into unfamiliar territory. You have to step out of your comfort zone. That unfamiliar feeling is what people usually interpret as fear. But you see, that discomfort is often the sign that you're stretching yourself and developing new abilities. You never know how far you can go until you step out of the place where you have to actually put in efforts. You never know how strong you are until you actually get into a fight. So I'm not fight is just an example. Don't get into a fight. I'm just saying it's an example. You never know how far you can go until you go out and do something. Stretch your mind, stretch your brain. Your brain, just stretch it. And instead of doing something extremely intimidating all at once, you can take small steps that slightly change you or challenge you. In everything, you need to learn that small steps matter. Over time, those small steps become normal. Things that once felt crazy and things that once felt abnormal, scary, begin to feel easier. And your comfort zone expands and your confidence grows with it. When you step out of your comfort zone and you conquer that zone, it somehow becomes your comfort zone because, you've conquered the zone. You know everything about it already. Okay? So don't fall into the comfort zone trap. It is a trap. Try as much as possible as you can to always step outside. Sorry. Yes. To always step out. Let me. Africa says, but how can I do this? It's not easy to come out of a comfort zone. Just do it. That's one of the tips I shared here earlier. Just do it. Don't think about it. Thinking about it gives you the chance to think about what could go wrong, why it is bad. Just do it. As long as you know it's right, just do it. Just step out of it. Florida says that I have class by 8:30. Have a great night. Please do go and sleep. Get ready for your class. If you're done with the class and you really want to hear about these things I'm talking about, you can always come back here and watch this live video. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So the next step right here is small wins build. Sorry. What was it saying? Oof. Okay, sorry everyone. Next up says small wins build confidence. Confidence is not something that magically appears or comes to you. It's not an inborn talent. It grows through experience. And one of the best ways to build confidence is by focusing on small wins. A small win is any action that moves you slightly forward. These wins might seem minor at first, but they add up over time. And for example, completing a small goal you set for yourself. Trying something you previously avoided. Could be finishing a task that you had been procrastinating on, or speaking up when you usually stay quiet. That is a very, very important one. Each of these moments send a message to the brain that sounds like I can handle this. And those experiences slowly build and yeah, they slowly build evidences that you're capable. Yeah. Another helpful practice is acknowledge your progress. Many people focus only on what they haven't achieved yet and ignore the progress they've already made. They always harden themselves. I know it's important to push yourself to your limit and don't be don't be satisfied where you are. Just keep on moving forward. But also don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes you look back and look at the achievements you have. Look at the progress you've made so far. Look at where you were years ago and where you are now. Yes. Recognizing your growth can help strengthen motivation and confidence. Over time, those small wins become the foundation for much bigger achievements. Number 8, the role of environment. The environment around you can strongly influence how you deal with fear, actually. The people you spend time with, the conversations you have, the attitude you observe all shape your mindsets. And that's why parents are always advised to lead by example and don't do anything that you don't want your child to do in the presence of your child. Because environment shapes everything, especially fear. If you're constantly around people who avoid challenges and speak negatively about taking risks, it's kind of affect how you see opportunities. You see an opportunity and then you're going to be looking at it like, that's a risk right there. I ain't gonna take it. It's so scary. Probably because you've seen your elder sister talking about that. Just avoiding challenges. You may start believing that stepping outside your comfort zone is too risky or unnecessary, I mean. On the other hand, spending time with supportive and encouraging people can make a huge difference. Positive environment can do a lot of good things to you. It can encourage you to try new things, provide motivation when you feel uncertain, and offer different perspective on challenges. It can. When you have a lot of people around you that are all moving, they always want to like move forward. You get inspired even without someone sitting you down to advise you to move. Just being in that kind of environment just makes you want to move along with those people. I mean, you don't have a choice. And another important part of your environment is the information you consume. Apart from the people you have around you, apart from your parents, the books you read, the videos you watch, and the conversations you engage in can influence how you think about fear and growth. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can gradually strengthen your mindset and definitely help you face your challenges with more confidence. Yeah. So the environment plays a very important role in everything about you. And as we're talking about fear today, yes, in fear as well. So, we're going to talk about fear and personal growth. Now, many of the most meaningful experiences in life exist on the other side of fear. Learning new things, skills, building relationships, pursuing goals, and improving yourself all involves moments of uncertainty. At the beginning of those journeys, fear often comes in, it appears. But when people move through that fear, they often discover new abilities and opportunities they didn't know they had. This one, speaking from experience, personal growth really feels comfortable in the beginning. I'm telling you, it's always scary. But growth usually involves learning, adjusting, and sometimes making mistakes. Each of these experiences help shape a stronger and more capable version of yourself. Being scared of a particular thing can lock up a part of you, a part of you that is something that's inside you, but you don't know it's inside you. But you're too scared to even try it out, so you may just say, "No, I'm not doing that." Over time, you may notice that situations that once felt intimidating now feel manageable. That is when you understand fear and when you go through it. Things that once scared you become normal parts of your life, and that's one of the most rewarding parts of personal growth. You begin to realize that you're capable of much more than you originally believed, and each challenge you face successfully builds the confidence to actually face another one. So next thing we could talk about is how overthinking creates fear. Why did you make me do it? All right. How overthinking creates fear. You see, one of the biggest reasons fear becomes stronger is overthinking. a lot of us overthink a lot. Overthinking happens when someone keeps analyzing a situation over and over again in their mind without taking action. Instead of focusing on what could go right, the mind just begins to imagine everything that could go wrong. You just keep thinking about it, giving your brain space to manufacture imaginations of what could happen, what could go wrong. For example, someone might want to start something new, but your mind starts asking them, what if this doesn't work? What if people start judging me? This one, very strong. What if people start judging me? What if I embarrass myself? What if I make a mistake? What if I do this wrong? What if you do it right? And when these thoughts repeats over and over, the situation starts to feel much more dangerous than it is. Overthinking can make a small challenge feel like a huge problem. Yes. One way to reduce overthinking is set a time limit for decision making. Yes. Instead of thinking about something for days or weeks, just give yourself like 1 day, few hours, just a certain amount of time to think about it, and then just move forward. Another helpful strategy is focus on actions instead of perfection. When you take small steps, your mind begins to focus on progress instead of worrying about possibilities. Yeah. And I'll also tell you how fear affects confidence. Fear and confidence are closely connected. When fear repeatedly stops someone from taking action, it can slowly reduce their confidence. For example, if someone avoids opportunities because they feel afraid, they might start believing that they are not capable. Over time, this can create a cycle. Fear leads to avoidance leads to fewer experiences, and fewer experiences definitely leads to low confidence. But the good news is that this cycle can be reversed. When someone begins taking small steps and facing challenges, they gain new experiences. And those experiences build confidence. Confidence then makes future challenges feel less intimidating. This is why taking actions, even small actions, is powerful. Each action can break the cycle of fear. So if you want to be confident, the first thing you should do is work on your fears. Just do it. Okay? There are a lot of things to confidence. Fear is like, if you're not scared, you're confident. It's like almost the direct opposites. And also, let's talk about caring too much about what people think. How to stop that. Caring too much about what people think. One of the most common fears people have is fear of being judged. I've said this here before. Worrying about what others will say, whether they will criticize, whether they will misunderstand you. But an important thing to remember is that everyone has their own life, their own challenges, their own worries. Most people are focused on their own situations much more than we realized. Another helpful perspective is that opinions will always exist. There is nothing you would do to stop opinions from coming. Nothing. No matter what you do, there will always be someone who agrees with you and someone who disagrees with you. I don't know how to keep on saying this, but opinions are constant. Instead of trying to please everyone, it can be more helpful to focus on living in a way that aligns with your own values, your own goals, your own thoughts. When you shift your focus from seeking approval to pursuing growth, fear of judgment begins to lose its power. Fear of what other people may think. What about what you think? What will they understand? Have you understood? Do you understand? You have to consider yourself. That is how to how to stop caring. Number one, you need to understand that opinions will always exist. They will always be there. So don't always do things for the opinions. Do things for or to hear what people say. There's definitely going to be a few people who wouldn't like what you do, because different people have different tastes in different things, different tastes in movies, different taste in music, different taste in styling, different taste in fashion. You cannot force everyone to like your style. No. Another thing you would do to stop actually caring is think about yourself first. What do I like? What do I want? Okay? So, staying calm when you feel fear. That is also very important. Steeze and composure. Steeze and composure. Fear often triggers strong physical reactions in the body. Your heart may just start beating fast. Your breathing may become shallow. Your muscle may tense up. You may become alert. When this happens, one helpful approach is to focus on calming your body down first, before even trying to attack. Because if you move in with that tension in your body, you may get something wrong. You may not know what you're doing at the point. So a simple technique is controlled breathing. Slowly breathing helps signal your body that the situation is not dangerous. Take a slow breath in. Hold it briefly for like a few seconds and then breathe out. Naturally, doing this several times can help your body calm down. Naturally, when your heart is beating very fast, if you notice, if you put your hand on your chest and breathe like twice, you notice that your heart starts beating less faster. I have noticed it. I don't know if you've noticed it. So just keep on doing that. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Calm yourself down so that you don't make decisions in trying to attack your fear. Okay? And another reaction is pausing before another approach is pausing before attacking or reacting. Sometimes when people feel fear, they just immediately try to escape the situation. They just want to get a way out immediately. But pausing for a moment allows you to regain control of your thoughts. You can ask yourself, is this situation actually dangerous? Or is it just my mind reacting to uncertainty? Am I exaggerating? And this pause can help you respond more calmly. So I'm going to share some daily habits that make you mentally strong. We're almost coming to an end of fear. I think I just have a few more tips left. Yeah. So, some daily habits that make you mentally strong. See, mental strength is something that works with time. It develops over time through daily habits. Small actions done consistently can make a big difference in how you handle fear and challenges. And I can give you a few habits that can build mental strength. Number one is setting small daily goals. When you set small goals, complete them, you train yourself, you train your mind to follow through on commitments, and just build discipline and confidence. Number two, challenging yourself regularly. Doing something slightly uncomfortable each day helps expand your comfort zone. This by be learning a skill, speaking up more often, or trying something unfamiliar, learning a language that you don't know about. Over time, your tolerance for discomfort grows. You're open to weird places, places that are not your comfort zone. You're open to them. Another one is reflecting on your progress. Yes, that is very important. Sometimes you have to take your time to reflect on what you've accomplished. Doing that can help reinforce positive thinking. And sometimes people move forward but forget to acknowledge how far they've come. Recognizing progress helps maintain motivation. Yes. Think about the things you've done in the past that have moved you from where you were to where you are right now. And you're going to be motivated because you're going to understand that, yeah, it's actually working. The next one, which is the last one on the list, practicing patience. Growth and improvement takes time. Being patient with yourself allows you to continue progressing even when results don't appear immediately. Yeah. Sam says, "My bad, please. I need to go to bed. I'll catch up with you. Maybe, of course. Take your time. Go to bed, please." Our dad says, "At the same time, bad doings can also give mighty confidence." That is not confidence anymore. You're just killing your conscience. There's just a conscience that tells you what you did is bad, and then when you do something bad, you just don't feel it's bad anymore. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Sammy says you're not really audible. Oh my god. Really? Can you all hear me? I hope everyone can hear me though. So, here are questions to ask yourself when you start feeling fear. So, when fear comes, asking yourself thoughtful questions can help shift your perspective. For example, you can ask yourself, what opportunity is hidden in this challenge? What can I learn from trying? And see, one very effective one is, what advice would I give a friend in the same situation? There are lots of people that are good advisors, but they never do what they advise. Like, they advise you to move, do it. They're always like motivational speakers and all, but they just don't do it. When it comes to your turn, they can't do it. So take out time to think about, okay, what would I tell my best friend if he or she was going through this? What advice would I give my friend? And then you notice you probably tell your friend to endure, or you probably tell your friend to not give up. Practice what you preach. And then another question you can ask yourself is, will this fear matter a year from now? No, most times they don't. They hardly stay for that long. You see, asking yourself these questions and more will encourage your mind to think more constructively, and they help you move from fear-based thinking to growth-based thinking. So tell me, what is one fear that has stopped you from doing something you wanted to do? Aboge says, Adapis, I'm not feeling well, I want to go to bed. Okay, take your time. Thank you. What is one fear that has stopped you from doing something you wanted to do? Africa says, Ada, I feel like I'm not a good person, but people love me. You feel like you're not a good person. That's negative thinking. You are a good person. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know exactly how you feel, though. Oh, that is says Gutes. Someone said fear of rejection. Someone said, I'm afraid people will laugh at me. That's the problem. People always laugh. Yes. Always. So I think I'll go now. I think it's time for me to go. So I need you to remember something important. Fear will always appear at different moments in life, especially important moments in life. Those moments that are like one of the biggest moments for you. It's a natural part of human experience. Don't feel bad because you're scared. Just know that fear does not have to control your decisions. Every time you choose to face a challenge instead of avoiding it, you grow stronger. Every time you decide to step out of your comfort zone, you expand your possibilities. Growth rarely feels comfortable at first. No, it never feels comfortable at first. But it often leads to new opportunities, confidence, and personal development. So, the next time fear appears, instead of immediately stepping back, take a moment to ask yourself, is this fear protecting me, or is it holding me back? Or is it teaching me something? Sometimes the most rewarding experience in life exists just beyond the things that scared us. Just beyond. So all you need to do is go through that, and on the other side, you see that's what you've been waiting for all your life. Okay? I hope tonight's topic was helpful. Overcoming your fear, facing your challenges. Tomorrow is another day. I believe in now. Thank you so much. See you all. I may come live tomorrow. May not. Who knows? But see you all. Okay, bye. Please remember to stream Isimiri. It's still out, and let's start expecting a new song or new songs. Thank you.